no one ever imagined what could happen here in 3 weeks' time. How do you completely reimagine and rebrand a stadium? And that's what the Blue Jays and Bisons had to do. The Blue Jays were in a desperate situation and needed a place to play. The Bisons are a franchise that'll move mountains for you. Pittsburgh isn't going to do that. Baltimore's not going to do that. The Bisons really teamed up with them and really created a tremendous compromise. And the Blue Jays, in a week's time, really felt like they had a home park, and that's something they didn't have at all at the start of 2020. They're no longer nomads. They now have a place they can call home for the summer.
Where do you see this chapter fitting in with all the other chapters of Buffalo baseball?
Well, it's really an incredible change in fortune in really a space of a month. You're talking the end of the minor league season. It never got underway. It was canceled. Really a low moment. No baseball in Buffalo for the first time since 1978. And a month later, Major League Baseball in Buffalo for the first time, if you want to go to the Federal League, in 1915, but maybe way back to 1885 to the National League. Something no one could have envisioned, and really a morale booster for everyone involved after the incredible downer of no baseball.
How well respected are the Riches as owners, Bob and Mindy, throughout baseball?
Well, one of the things that always struck me in the expansion chase was how the Riches knew every owner in the major leagues. Certainly they have the respect of everyone in the minor leagues for all they've done working to build a downtown stadium, to sell 1 million tickets, and all the things they do to run a franchise. But to have the relationships they had with people in Major League Baseball, and even past the time when the expansion chase ended, those relationships continued with the Wilpon family when they became the affiliate of the New York Mets, with Paul Beast and people like that in Toronto when they became the affiliate of the Blue Jays. They had those relationships. They continue to this day, and it's important to them.
Memories of Joe Overfield and the importance of this book?
Something that strikes me right away when I think of Joe Overfield, I think back to 1997, the night Jeff Manto became the first player to go deep 3 times in a game. And in the 7th inning, Jeff Manto was about to come up in the next inning. I think it was the 8th inning. And the phone rings in the press box. And I'm told, Mike, you got to come to get the phone. It's Joe Overfield. I say, what does Joe Overfield want in the 7th inning of this game tonight? And he simply said, Mike, I need to tell you something. The last time a Bison hit 4 home runs in a game was Billy Botness against Wilkes-Barre in 1895. Who else could tell you something from 1895 but Joe Overfield? And that really, to me, is the core of this book. The man's passion for Buffalo baseball, his encyclopedic knowledge, is something that has lived through the years and now is being brought back to life again.
One best Bison memory? Probably got 1,000 of them, but let's see if we can find one.
There's really 1A and 1B. 1A is certainly April 14th, 1988. The opening of Pilot Field was not just a baseball game. It was a dramatic moment, a renaissance moment for all of downtown Buffalo and Western New York to have a downtown stadium that we could call our own, that was the apple of the eye of many people in baseball. But then you think the other moment, the first time the Bisons won a championship in the modern era, in 1997 in Des Moines, Iowa. They get the final out, a double play. Torey Lovullo calls for the ball from Richie Sexton. He had it in his mind, I want the ball from the last out to present to the Riches in the clubhouse after the game. The game won on a home run by Sean Casey, who disappeared for an hour after the game. The media couldn't find him. Where was Sean Casey? He was in the concourse on a payphone before cell phones, calling his dad in Pittsburgh, saying, we won the championship, I hit a home run, and I just got called up to the big leagues to the Cleveland Indians. And 20 years later, Sean Casey said it was in a concourse in Iowa. It did feel like Field of Dreams. It was an incredible moment for the entire organization to win that game, for the Riches to get that trophy. 20 years later, Sean Casey still looks at it as one of his biggest days in baseball.